What's going on, guys? It's Paul from Boosted Films, and I keep seeing this issue come up about identifying HID versus non-HID headlights and how to do it. So this video is only specifically about that. So if you're looking at two headlights and you're like, hey, how can I tell if this is an HID headlight? Well, in the US for sure, you can look and say, hey, look, this little bubble kind of here, this is not a fog light. So you know, since there's no fog light here, these are not HID headlights. If you look at this one, you look in here, you can see there's a fog light in there. Obviously, they look pretty similar here, but when you look closely, you can see, this has that bubble there, and this one doesn't. So this is an HID headlight because it has the fog light. Now, if you also look on the lens itself and just look for the Stanley number, this one says HB4. HB4 means it's not an HID headlight, whereas the HID headlight will say D2S. And D2S means it is an HID headlight. So if you're just looking at these headlights, and you're trying to buy headlights or something and you can't tell if they're HID or not, have the seller send you a photo of the number on the lens and a good, photo showing fog lights or not if they're on the car. If they're selling them to you, they should have them out anyway, so you should be able to get a shot of the back. And if you're looking at the back of these headlights, it should be pretty easy to see. Hey, look how much longer that one is. Look at the difference in the back. This one has a cover. This one doesn't. This piece is a lot longer where the HID housing is. And obviously, lack of a fog light is totally shown here. This has a fog light bulb. This one has nothing. And finally, you should have the HID ballast here. This one still has a spot where a ballast could be, but there's your HID ballast right there. So that's how you can easily tell, at least in the US market, between an HID and a non-HID headlight. I think JDM is the same, but I cannot confirm 100% on that since I did not buy JDM headlights. And a point to note, if you're still watching, this is from an EVO 9, which is why it has this black inner housing. This is from EVO 9 RS, so that's why it's not an HID. This is just from basically any EVO 8 in the US, so it has that chrome housing, and it's an EVO 8 with HID. So another thing, people kind of talk about this bluish tint lens. From what I've seen, this one does look a bit more blue. It's not an HID thing. From what I get, it's mostly an EVO 9 thing in the US. You see the bluer tint on that projector housing on EVO 9s more than you do in EVO 8s. But again, the main point of this video was hopefully that first minute where I told you how to identify an HID versus non-HID headlight. Thanks for watching.